Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a little Rob's Rambling. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I think are luxurious amenities or extras on a knife that I enjoy and I think are worthwhile and really are up to the person who is buying the knife and what they value. And I'll kind of share with you some of the things that I value. I have before you a few of my knives that I have that are a little different and have different aesthetics that, to me, make them unique and valuable. And then I'll have some extra examples that we can talk about. But so let's kind of go into this. So first one, this is a brand new one by Dan Carrier. This is DTF Down to Flip is the name of the knife, and it has multiple deployments. It's really nice, but it's contoured titanium. I believe it's sandblasted or something like that. Titanium scales, really really nice. Everything's chamfered, no sharp corners, very easy, very soft on on your hand, easy to carry and hold and everything. But the feel is very nice titanium, very shiny, very luxurious, and I like that. So to me, what made this really stand out is the whole unified color and the lines and the very aggressive blade shape and the lines within the blade shape and some of the things that you can do with this nice little knife, the multiple deployments, and it's just really fun little knife. I found that to be of something of value and the aesthetics. Now all this stuff is a little extra. It costs more, obviously, to be able to manufacture a knife like this. So to me, that was aesthetics that I enjoyed and appreciated. Now this is probably as aggressive and wild in some ways as I typically would get. But there was another knife that I saw recently. This was the Gavco design with the collab with Wii, and this is called the High Fin. And black PVD, but it has these brass accents, and even the Wii logo here is kind of standing up a little bit. It's kind of embossed, if you will, or has a little shape around the corners there. And you see all the accents with the standoff back here, and you see the brass screws and all that, just beautiful. And then you see this like high portion of the blade, and I think that's where they talk about the high fin fish. The high fin fish usually have a very large fin on top. So when you flip this out, you see that kind of I guess like a high fin, like a fin on top of one of the high fin fish, like angelfish or something like that. I believe that's what they is a high fin type of fish if I when I looked it up. But that gives it a very unique look with that black on brass. I really like that. That was very aesthetically pleasing. Made the knife, even though this was a smaller knife, because you can choke up. It really made it a really full grip knife. But that kind of accents really looked beautiful on a knife like this, and so I really like that. That was something I found of value. And this another thing that I found of value was recently Brian Brown had a Rapture version 2 come out. Now I've never bought anything from River's Edge Cutlery. That's one of their exclusive. I wanted to get their Shaman and some other things, but I never had a chance to get on anything. I saw this Brian Brown Knives Raptor version 2, and it was available, so I jumped on it. And this has got that bronze anodized, titanium scales with the texture on there. It's very River's Edge Cutlery kind of a colors exclusive with a black PVD coated blade. It's hollow grind, gorgeous, gorgeous sharpening. Oh, it's ridiculously sharp. And then it's got zirconium accents. There's zirconium thumb studs, zirconium washers, a zirconium deep pocket a mill carry clip, and a zirconium backspacer. Just really, really nice. I found that of value. Just it's the first time I've had anything with zirconium. It's the first time I've had anything like with this bronze anodization, especially exclusive to River's Edge Cutlery. It's a rec exclusive, so I found that of value and really enjoyed it. And maybe early in my knife career, I might not have found that very interesting. Another one that I found, being a nerd and a kind of a science kind of person, I like the geometry of this knife. It just speaks to me. It's pleasing. It flows, and it's compact, and everything about it is just usable and functional. This is the Bade Modern Design Stunner. Beautiful knife. I don't think they make this anymore. He made some independent runs through Bade Modern Designs. I can't even get on his website anymore, so I don't know if he's around anymore or not. But just a beautiful knife. The action on this was ridiculous. That blue anodized hardware, which was nice. You can get that comes with an extra pocket clip if you don't want the blue anodization, just a plain one. But what I liked was this, I don't know, meteorite kind of looking carbon fiber. I thought that was super, super cool. Just a really nice look. And the blade shape here, this is a hollow grind also. Comes out to a very thin edge. Beautiful hollow grind here. I don't know if you can see that. You might be able to see that, but beautiful hollow grind on that one. Like that. And that to me was very, very aesthetically pleasing. I like the way it looked, but man, once I got a hold of it and the action and the way it worked, even better. So that was nice. Next one is this I Mamba knife by Arnaud Bernard. It's a semi-custom knife. Again, another hollow grind on this one. Yeah, I know I've had, see here, three, four, this fourth hollow grind. This was a flat grind over here, but 4 hollow grinds in a row. And this is RWL 34 steel, polished, really nice, sandblasted titanium scales. Feels a lot like the Chris Reeves kind of texture on the outside of knives, really nice. Or the McNeese, I believe the McNeese titanium ones have the same texture. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I love the aesthetics of this, and I love this fuller. It just makes it looks like it's a Tony Stark Iron Man sort of thing, or Star Trek sort of fuller. Just I love the unique design and the nerdy kind of a cool flow of this. It's not overly flowy and way out there, but it's very efficient, and I guess that's what I like. It's efficient design, efficient flow, and it works, right? So I found that really, really something that I enjoyed a lot. Another one here, recent one is this aluminum infused carbon fiber. I think I had this before on an EMP EDC Nimble. I liked it a lot, but it wasn't as gorgeous as this with that just reflective carbon fiber and aluminum. Beautiful, but this whole thing is a unique knife, and it really works when it deploys. It just flows. Just the functionality of that knife just looks gorgeous like that. You see? I like that. That to me was of a value, and especially with the action. And this is, S90V steel. That didn't hurt. And the contoured handles, deep mill carry clip, all that stuff worked together just to bring a beautiful aesthetic that I liked. And that what drew me there as far as that. Another one here is the Leon Ma GSD. Get stuff done, or the real word, can't say it because YouTube, but it's SH, and then the last 2 letters would be IT. So that's the name of that, get stuff done. The S stands for that. But this is the fat carbon space coral. I don't know if you can see that, just gorgeous design in there, and it goes all the way through. So it's not, it's just beautiful design work on there. But the aesthetics on that, the flow, the geometry, and the way it works, I just love the way that knife just flows like that. Just to me, that's just beautiful. And the aesthetics of that just speaks to me. It's just a engineering compactness, usefulness that I enjoy. I'm not into the giant belly knives. I mean, I have a couple that are larger than I normally would, but they work because they flow together, I think. For instance, this looks like it's going to be a giant belly flow knife, but when you deploy it, it's very efficient, very usable, and that to me I really enjoy. Likewise, this one right here is very tight together when it comes out. It does have a large blade, but it's a functional kind of level blade you could really use, so I like that as well. So that to me was okay. This one here, this kind of flows with the whole design together. You see, it's all kind of moves together as a single unit. To me, that fits, and that I found aesthetically pleasing. Another one was the CJRB Pyrite. I got the budget one, loved it. Great knife, probably more knife than most people will ever need, but then they had this limited edition. This is titanium contoured micarta inlay, a deep milled carry clip that's just beautifully chamfered and contoured, and it's got a little better steel, and just all that really spoke to me as a knife that I would enjoy and carry way more than I would the budget one. Right now, the budget one is something if I kept it and I didn't sell it to somebody, which I already did, I would have kept it in the car as a work knife or something like that. I have a Lago that I'm probably going to stick in my car. That's going to be that. So there's that. I found that to be some of the aesthetics that I enjoyed. Now, there's some other knives that recently I got. I got this large feldspar, CJRB feldspar. This has the red fat carbon scales, M390 milled. You see the beautiful milling on the titanium back here. It's just really, really nice. I don't know if you can see that texture. It's just really nice. If they did both sides like that, I would love it. But this is red fat carbon. Beautifully done red fat carbon. Just love that. That milling and that working together is just gorgeous. That's another thing I found of value. I like fat carbon. Matter of fact, I have 2 Spydercos that have Arctic Storm fat carbon. I don't have them over here because I can't bring every knife over, but that Arctic Storm fat carbon, I love that. And I had the red fat carbon on a TRM Atom that I really enjoy as well. This Benchmade, this is the one Benchmade that I have. I used to have a ton of them, but this is the aluminum M390 blade, but aluminum milled scale, the G or the Elite G10 or whatever they call it. I didn't care for that, but this mill titanium is really, 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 really nice. I like that, and they didn't hollow it out, so being titanium, it felt like it had a little substance. It was definitely a more solid knife, so I really enjoy that. That was something that was aesthetically pleasing to me. Just like with the QSP, I have a couple of QSPs that are titanium. Again, you can get the really cheap $50, $60 QSP, even in the Penguin Plus. You can get the, I think, $60 or $70 one, I think the cheap ones. But then you can get one like this with the titanium. And I took off the steel clip. See, I probably wasn't going to keep this with that steel clip that they came with. But then I was able to put the Lynch Deep Carry clip on there, and that made this to me worthwhile keeping because now it has a better aesthetic for me. It's something that I enjoy. So again, that is something that is important to me. And sometimes some of those aesthetics are things that I add. I'll add to a knife that isn't already there. For instance, on this one, I added the clip, right? Now, a Big Banter, I like this a lot. It's a lot. This is a great knife. Really is a great knife. But there is a Unlock Composites. They make these scales, and I put one on the Baby Banter. Made that Baby Banter night and day. Just fantastic. I'm waiting for them to release the Banter scales, and I'm going to put that on there. And they said they're working on the Big Banter, and I would love to have that on here. I think that would make this knife just amazing. But that's one of those things that I would add to it, and definitely do. I did that to the Spyderco. I have a smock that I added some fat carbon scales to. I did the same to the, I told you, the two Spydercos. So those are things that I find of value and enjoyable and aesthetically pleasing. I'm just curious, what about you guys? What do you find in a knife that you enjoy? I mean, maybe for you, the knife is just a knife, it's just something you use, and that's all there's to it. And you could care less what it looks like. I'll be curious to see what matters to you guys and what you enjoy, what you find is of value. I actually did a survey, and I'm going to look at the survey here real quick. So if you'll give me a second, I'm going to bring this up because I have it, and I wanted to talk to everybody about it because I wanted to bring it into one of my videos here. And it is, let's get to it real quick as I try to do that. Here we go. Okay. All right. Well, I can't get to the survey right now for whatever reason. Let me see if I can get it through another phone real quick. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll just fast forward through this real quick and clip over to it. All right, yeah. So there was a survey that I put out there, and I had 30 votes on it, and it was, what do you consider as the most important feature in your regularly used and carried knife tool? And we had some different answers, and for a while it was kind of even between three, and it's kind of, one has sort of taken a sort of lead, but two seem to be pretty tied. The number one was, does the knife does what I need it to do, fits and feels well in hand, and looks nice. 37% voted for that one. Then we have 33% said looks nice and does what I need it to do and fits and feels good in hand. So that was 33% who said that. And then we have the next one, does what I need it to do, fits and feels well in hand and does what I need it to do and looks nice. And that's 23%. So basically what I was looking for were, of the three things that most people look at a knife, does it look nice? Does it do what I need it to do? And how does it fit and feel in hand? What's more important? So it seemed like most people were leaning more toward that it does what I need it to do. It's basically got to be a tool that executes. And then the next thing it seemed it was more important was that it looks nice. So, right? And then the last part of the portion was that it fits and feels well in hand. Now, there was two other options. No one chose looks are most important and everything else is less important. So no one just buys a knife just because what it looks like only. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true. At least if the people voted, it's probably not true. It's true, but I'm sure there are people out there who buy knives just for the way they look, whether it works or not. The other one is did have 7% who said I don't care about looks as it does its job and fits in hand. So some people, all they care is it. I don't care how it looks. I just want it to fit in my hand and do its job. I can respect that. It's a tool, and if you're using it as a tool, that's probably your primary reason. You could really care what it looks like. But it definitely seems like that people do care about how it looks, right? It looks nice. It does it does what it needs to do, and it fits and feels well. So I thought that was an interesting survey. Appreciate everyone who answered in that. If you happen to watch this, thank you. I appreciate the comments on there. Some of them were pretty funny, and some were really insightful. So thank you. But I find that kind of interesting. I like to hear how people think about their knives and how they think about design, and they think about what they look for in a knife when they buy it. Would love to hear your thoughts below. Any comments down below, please feel free to share them. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. That would really be great because that helps me to know you like the content and I'll keep on producing it. And maybe consider subscribing. That sure would be great. You could then find out about other stuff and by hitting the notification button. That way you can get updates about future video releases and see them when I drop them. And then also if you like this channel, consider checking me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. That's robs_nerdy_knives. I sure would appreciate it. I sure appreciate you guys listening in to my ramblings, and thanks for watching today. You guys have a great day and a great week. Bye.